Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here to the last Fan Fridays for the week, and we all love some Battle Tree shenanigans from time to time. So let's close out this week's Fan Fridays with some Battle Tree shenanigans. I don't even know what to expect. It just says big hacks from the Battle Tree, and with the Caracosta lead, I don't really see anything suspicious about that. So Tapu Bulu versus Caracosta should be pretty standard and straightforward battle. But, you never know. You never know. Tapu Bulu might just take out the Caracosta, and then weirdness can happen from there. So Tapu Bulu will get that Wood Hammer for absurd amounts of damage, and Caracosta not even running the Sturdy, because welcome to the Battle Tree, my friends, as it takes a huge amount of damage in recoil and heals up a very little amount back. So it looks like this is a pretty effective Battle Tree strategy. Just come in and start one-shotting everything with the Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu, though, Wood Hammer, hey, look at that. Speaking of abilities, speaking of destruction, oh my goodness. Tapu Bulu, that has to be choice. Dude, okay, mad respect if this is just choice band Tapu Bulu with that Wood Hammer to just one-shot everything through the Battle Tree. Like, I was about to say, okay, Sap Sipper, that's not big hacks if you know, you get through the Goodra on that. But now it's Rotom, and it's Rotom Wash, and Rotom getting that substitute on, so just naturally has a higher amount of speed. Wood Hammer's going to connect. All right, there we go. Rotom feeling good right there, so that's super effective hit. Sub's going to fade, and that's going to be Tapu Bulu taking a little bit of recoil for that substitute. Fortunately, Rotom does not have a large amount of hit points, and actually, because that Levitate ability will not be able to receive that Grassy Terrain boost. Like, could you imagine Leftovers Grassy Terrain with that Rotom right there? That would be filthy. But we're gonna see where the rest of this battle goes, because like Tapu Bulu can keep throwing down the Wood Hammer, but if it's not PP max, then we're in trouble. So that's gonna be more super effective damage, more substitute from the Rotom. How's this Rotom stall going to go is my question. Also interesting from the opponent, just like, yeah, I'm in the Battle Tree and I'm just gonna keep only using the substitute until I can find a better way out of this. Battle Tree stalls, yo. Battle Tree stalls until it decides to switch it up and go for the double team. Never mind, he realizes that eventually he's going to run out of health, goes for that, and of course, gets the one avoid off of the double team on the sub, and now it's over. I would say that the game ends right here if there is no response to that Rotom, because when you think about it, now with that substitute up, set up sub, well then double team, all it takes is once for that double team to happen through the substitute, and then switching out into the free sub as well. However, Haxorus does have that mold breaker, so we'll be able to crush this Rotom when it gets the opportunity. But Rotom not even going for sub. I don't even know, like, okay, I really want to know what the AI thinks. Like, I need to know how the Pokemon AI works in these situations. Why change from one status move to another? Because the ideal thing to do I don't even know why there's Dragon Dance on the Haxorus either. I don't know. I guess just to have the speed, but I mean, you already have more speed. And then that's going to be Confuse Ray on top of double team. See, if I was in the Battle Tree's position, except without the knowledge that the hacks are going to be on my side, I would just keep using substitute until double team caused the opponent to miss. That's why I can get the confusion in there, another double team, and that's going to be pretty good. But right now, that Dragon Dance actually hurting the Haxorus more than it is affecting the Rotom. So that Earthquake would still be pretty ridiculous. So more evasion for Rotom. Now +3. Extra 30% chance for that confusion to come in for the Haxorus as well. Oh boy. So gets the Earthquake, but Rotom will avoid it. Man, Rotom's playing way too bold for my taste. You know, you need that substitute out there just in case the evasion goes through. But now it's going to be Rotom, pretty much leftovers for many turns in a row, back up to full health. That's a little silly right there. No damage moves as well as we can see. So Haxorus taking that confusion damage. Rotom, that's going to be in the substitute. So now you have to hit through +4 evasion twice to break this Rotom, while also dealing with confusion. Welcome to the Battle Tree. You got it. I love it. You know, that looked like it was going to work really well with that strategy. That Wood Hammer was some pretty absurd damage. Like the one shot on the Goodra, oh my goodness. And Rotom even has Charge Beam, and that Charge Beam is actually enough to take down the Haxorus, even though it's not very effective. So now we have Rotom behind sub. high amounts of evasion, can confuse whatever comes in, and it also has a chance of boosting stats, you know? It gets 2 Charge Beam stat boosts, well that's going to be more than a Thunderbolt right there, and the damage just keeps sticking and compounding. But Mimikyu wants this over. That's going to be Z Splash, right? You got that Z move on the Mimikyu, Z status move, or, you know, just normal Z move. Drastic attack raise. That is going to be the full force Z Splash from the Mimikyu. Nothing happens except for that +3, but still needs a hit, and then Play Rough, not the best option. So I mean, like Shadow Claw, how are you going to get through this while also being confused at +3 attack? Is it just me, or is the screen like really zoomed in for no reason right now? Right? I don't know. That's definitely some kind of weird glitch. Is it substitute after using a Z move with a Mimikyu or something? I don't know. Hits itself, disguise is going to bust. Yeah. This is odd. Right? I haven't used, wait, I think I have used Mimikyu on the battle tree. I think I used it in doubles though. I haven't seen it in singly. I don't know what's going on with this camera right now. That's gonna be like the confusion birds in our face. Mimikyu hits itself in confusion for a lot of damage. Rotom is just mad set up, and we already know the conclusion of this one probably. Like, how are you gonna hit this Rotom? How are you gonna kill this Rotom? Now we know it has outspeeds on everything. Like when it comes to that Tapu Bulu, you know, Tapu Bulu gets outsped, and then sub, and then confusion, and then Rotom back. Like, Rotom's gonna get all the health for the substitute. Mimikyu gets that Play Rough, Rotom's going to avoid it, and then that's going to be a Charge Beam, providing a little bit of damage onto the Mimikyu, and look at that, it's going to be enough to 2-shot from that range. Rotom not, wait, never mind, Rotom is getting the stat boost behind that substitute, and now it's back up to full hit points. And Mimikyu Play Rough, and Rotom Charge Beam. So yeah, that's going to be Rotom. Extra stats going into the matchup against Tapu Bulu. I don't know if it's going to go for that Confuse Ray. It's just going to try to hit that legendary Pokemon with the resisted hits. And at this point, Tapu Bulu is completely helpless. This is only battle number 6 on the battle tree as well. So not fun. Yeah, not fun to have all of this hate on the battle tree. And then Rotom's going to avoid Rotom with that Charge Beam though. So let's see how much Charge Beam damage happens on the Tapu Bulu right now. Actually, this Rotom is doing more damage than I expect. Is this like hit point special attack Rotom? It's like it's connecting some good damage and then it's gaining those special stats right there. If Tapu Bulu has Horn Leech, it'll slightly keep it alive. It does have the Horn Leech, alright. So do have some sustain options. No, it's going to break the substitute, and at least it hits through the sub. So Tapu Bulu giving itself a little bit of extra life right now. Like Horn Leech on Tapu Bulu plus the healing off of the grassy terrain is definitely powerful. But now with that Confuse Ray, the odds of Tapu Bulu landing a hit plummet. But hey, it's a solid amount of hit points right now. Rotom, though, is at risk of gaining stats with Charge Beam and doing even more from there. Tapu Bulu gets that Horn Leech off. Rotom's going to avoid the attack and do a Charge Beam. Wait, do Rotom and Tapu Bulu actually speed tie then? That's extra unlucky for the speed tie outspeed double team miss snowball into, by the way, you lose because of this Rotom set on the battle tree. So Tapu Bulu is confused. Oh, it hits itself in confusion. And that's going to be Rotom with the substitute. Bad manners! Bad manners from the Rotom. Put your opponent out of their misery. Come on. He's just going to Horn Leech. It's going to break sub, but not much else. And like, all it needs is Horn Leech to connect too, because then you're just KOing the Rotom dead to rights. Bulu snaps that confusion. Horn Leech will land, so getting a little bit of extra sustain in this situation. Yep, there we go. It's going to be the sub fade into sustain, grassy terrain, all kinds of fun stuff like that. Rotom has that Charge Beam. Charge Beam's going to come through, and then Tapu Bulu will barely survive it. All of that extra healing, but we know the battle is done right now. So there we go, guys. That's some fun stuff on the battle tree. It happens. You cannot let the battle tree use one little bit of evasion against you, or else you are at risk of losing. And it happened, and that's how it is. So that's how unfair the battle tree is. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching. Also, since this is Last Fan Fridays, don't forget to comment a battle Valid code down below on this video. Have a great day, have a great week, have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next Fan Fridays.